What if telling the truth cost you your World Cup dream? That's exactly what happened to Springbok prop Asenathi Ntlabakanye, and the story is more disturbing than the headline suggests. Earlier this year, the 27-year-old Lions and Springbok tighthead was handed an 18-month doping ban, ruling him out of the 2027 Rugby World Cup in Australia. But here's the thing, he wasn't some cheat trying to gain an unfair edge. He was a player dealing with a medical condition, prescribed medication by a specialist, who then went back to his team doctor for a second opinion. He followed the process, he did what you're supposed to do. So how did he end up banned? At a routine doping test, Ntlabakanye declared that he was taking DHEA, an anabolic steroid, as part of his prescribed treatment. DHEA didn't even show up in his sample, but under anti-doping rules, declaring it on that form was treated exactly the same as testing positive. He volunteered the information in good faith, and it destroyed his case. Had he said nothing, he likely would have faced a far lighter sanction for the anastrozole alone, a substance that doesn't even carry a mandatory suspension. His honesty was used against him. Now, strict liability in anti-doping exists for a reason. It prevents athletes from hiding behind "I didn't know" excuses, but this case exposes a real flaw in the system. It was designed for cheaters, not for a player who was transparent, medically supervised, and cooperative throughout. To make things worse, the Lions team doctor, who could have testified in his defense, declined to do so on legal advice. The maximum ban Ntlabakanye faced was 4 years. He got 18 months because the tribunal acknowledged mitigating circumstances. That's the system working at its best. And it still feels deeply wrong. Now, with the appeal deadline approaching, reports suggest Ntlabakanye has little appetite to challenge the ruling, partly because an appeal could actually result in a harsher sentence. So he'll serve the ban, miss the World Cup, and forfeit his earnings back to the date of the positive test. The real question this case leaves us with is this: if the system punishes honesty and transparency, what message does that send to every athlete who comes after him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you think this story deserves more attention, share it.